Hey guys, welcome to another episode. In this one, we're going to talk about the stress test and the effect in the marketplace that it had for the triple badge rookies. And we're going to talk about the LNBA Showcase Quest and the Summer League Challenge going on right now. All that and much more. Let's get straight into it. What the hell? A stress test. Remember the days of stress tests? Many of you probably don't, but we used to get them all the time to test new features. And this time they were testing out buying 2 packs at once. Presumably this is for an upcoming drop, maybe run it back, maybe something else, because the last time we had a stress test was to do with the multi-queue tiers. You have the priority queue 1, priority queue 2, general queue, and we had a stress test just before that was launched. So now we've got this buy 2 pack stress test. So presumably there are good things coming where we can maybe buy 2 packs. So what people were able to do was buy a pack in the queue after the randomization. And then after they completed that purchase, they were able to go back in and buy that second pack. So hopefully after what's been a nice quiet weekend, some of the things we'll go through soon, but maybe there's something cool coming up regarding buying lots of packs. So 25,000 packs were distributed via this stress test. I was sleeping. It was 3 a.m., completely missed out, woke up to everyone ripping packs and stuff like that. So, that's that. But someone had my back. So they said, Steve, I know you were sleeping. I got 2 packs in this stress test and I want to give one to you. I said, no, don't do it. He said, I don't have a choice. So essentially what he's done, he's video recorded this pack that he's giving to me. And look, I'll give something to you guys as well, maybe to the funniest comment. Let me know the funniest comment in the thread and I'll give you one of these moments. We've got a pack to open, which wasn't from me, but from Mex Top Shot. So at Mex Top Shot on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, give him a shout out. If you're in the comments, say Mex Top Shot, you are the man. Because just out of nowhere, he said, Steve, I want to give you this pack. So let's have a look at what we got. I mean, I don't know what to expect. This is ridiculous. I can't believe someone's kind enough. This is what's best about this community. Like just people like this wanting to give and be thoughtful for other people. All right, he's opening the first one. What do we got? It's a Okoro. We're going to talk about Okoro in a minute. Isaac Okoro. That is his 40,000 cc. What's next? It's a Dallas Maverick Porzingis. All right, 40,000 cc Porzingis, 12,937 serial number. The last one. Skylar Mays. This is a 12,000 Top Shot debut, this one. There you go. So what was interesting about this stress test is the 4,000 LE rookies, the triple badges. There were a lot of them in this stress test. There was 600 Nico Manions. Let's follow his journey just for an example. 600 came out in this pack. Now, just for reference, Playoff Pack Release 2 was the first pack to release Nico Manion's moment, and they released 2,000 at the time. So that's half the distribution, 2,000 out of 4,000. From there on, every drop has only dropped a couple of hundred Nico Manions every single time, and the same for a few others. So all of a sudden, when you drop 600 Nico Manions into the ecosystem, when there was only just over half of that distribution there before, this is what happens. There were hardly any transactions, 19, 7, 6 per day, and then stress test, bang, 178 transactions. What does that mean? That means undercutting. And you can see it went from $115 all the way down to $49. So if you had been collecting the Golden State Warriors set, which I did, then this took a bit of a hit. Previously though, Nico Manion and a lot of other triple badge rookies had a hell of a pump. You can see a lot of transactions here above the 150-200 mark. Now I originally bought Nico Manion somewhere way back for like $35. And even then I didn't love the purchase, but I wanted to complete the set. Then in the run up, he was selling for like $190 and it was just not sustainable. So he leveled out and corrected, as all things do in the marketplace, they tend to correct. But what this wasn't accounting for was the distribution. All of a sudden, we had more distribution come out, and that's when all the undercutting started. Now he's leveled out again to around about $97. So if you picked it up for $49 the other day, you picked up a hell of a bargain, the best it's been in a while. So there's 2 ways to look at it. If you've been collecting the Golden State Warriors sets and you picked up Nico Manion at a certain time, you may feel hard done by. But the other opportunity is if you've been looking at these moments, like this one here, Udoka, I mentioned, I think in the last video, saying, nah, he felt dirty at 180. I'm not doing it yet. But he's the one I need for the S2 Jazz set. And it just so happens by pack luck that I had a lot of Jazz moments. So I picked up the rest of them. Now that he was back to $80 all of a sudden, I picked up Udoka because, I mean, I could. That 15% distribution in one stress test pack enabled it to all of a sudden come back like $100 into where I was like, well, yeah, why not? Let's just get it and add it. Now you can see here, there is still a good 835 of this 4,000 still unavailable, which means there's more distribution to come. When? I don't know, maybe run it back, maybe some other time, but there's still more to come. That said, I've been able to move Nico Mannion in and out of my collection in a way where it's given me a bit of dapper, like I bought it low, sold it high, bought it back. And so that allowed me essentially to buy Udoka and be pretty happy with that. And that's what happens when you have some patience and alertness. Now, I'm not saying patience always works. Like if you've been following Cool Cat's moments and you've been patient, you've just watched them go up for a while. But in some cases, being patient does pay off. So if you haven't got any of these yet, maybe being patient and waiting for this extra 835 moments to come out is your play. Run it back. I'm sure there's going to be more moments than just run it back moments in those packs. Presumably some of this distribution we haven't seen yet. So keep an eye out for some of that. Interestingly, the Orlando Magic have been doing kind of some Top Shot marketing lately. They released their schedule on Twitter via Top Shot themed sort of dates and the box and everything else to identify the key matchups in their fixtures. Now, I don't know if there's anything to do with these fixtures in regards to Top Shot, whether these are dates that are earmarked out or they just believe that these are the key matchups against certain teams. I mean, Magic versus Dallas isn't exactly like the local rivalry, so I'm not sure what's going on there or if there's some hidden agendas there. But you can see they've used packs here to identify the marquee matchups of the 2021 season. The 21-22 season. So who knows what they're doing with it, or are they just doing a bit of a theme of Top Shot for a bit of marketing? They're also doing this schedule release giveaway where you can retweet this post with Magic Top Shot sweepstakes and your favorite Magic Top Shot moment for your chance to win one for your collection. And there's a link to the rules. So essentially there's a Twitter competition going on for that as well. And Pack Rip Ewing identified this from the NBA Top Shot forum survey where there's about 4 questions where Top Shot is actually mentioned. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's a bit going on. So if you think, Top Shot's been a bit quiet in the off season, which I don't think it has, there's been plenty to do, and there's more I've still got to get through, it seems like they're gearing up for another level of fandom, utility, and all sorts of things for us to do. Austin retweeted this on Twitter. I mean, oh my goodness. Imagine practicing with that, Ja Morant. That's ridiculous float time. That's Jordan float time. There's 10,000 playoff packs available, which might be wrapping up by the time you watch this video, but essentially it's an all NBA showcase challenge. So first they had this blog, The Game Score Behind the Numbers, and it counted down a lot of the Top Shot moments that have the best game score, and they also explain what the game score is. Really good blog. There's also a link to all the moments which have significant game scores, which are in Top Shot, and that led into this blog, I think, for the all NBA teams overview. And then the subsequent quest. Now, what happened was a lot of these key players, the 10 players you need to complete this quest, were all in the major market movers. So the floor for Steph and Harden moved up, Luka, Giannis, LeBron's, they all got a bit of a kick from this as the cheapest moments were then sought after to complete this showcase quest. There's 10,000 playoff packs available. That's no small number. So basically you need one moment from each of the following: a Giannis, a Steph, a Kawhi, a Luka, a Jokic, a Randall, a LeBron, CP3, Lillard, and Embiid. And you needed to complete that quest, which was super easy to do. Just go via the showcase quests, open it up, find the moments that you have in your collection, add them to the showcase, buy the ones you don't have. And that obviously had an effect on the market floor. But for 10,000 packs, the active users are actually going to go for this. And many of us would have had these 10 players because they're mostly the top 10 liquid players in Top Shot anyway. So of course we're going to have them. That was the effect that it had on the marketplace. A lot of these moments took a boost. I remember that the LeBron block went from $30 to $45, $50 almost. And all of a sudden the transactions were really flowing again. So if you had multiple of these moments, you might have gifted them to friends to help them out. I know I gifted one in the Discord. Speaking of which, if you want to join, it's always welcome for you viewers to join our Discord, link below. And some people also were offloading multiple moments that they had, like if you had 10 CP3s, I'm looking at you, Disney LX Max, you might have offloaded a couple, and essentially you might have been able to buy them back for a cheaper price again and just have a little bit more dapper to play with in future. We've also got the Summer League quest going on. This one I'm actually a bit more worried about than most, and here's why. So these are the moments. RJ Hampton at $175. He was 190 something. Killian Hayes at 81, Bol at 35. That's where the mint count changes from 2,000 something to 4,000. And then obviously Isaac Okoro, which we had the quest for, where we had to have a few Cavs moments to complete, and then you get a free Isaac Okoro. Because of that, 27,000 people completed it. And so he's quite common and trading for as low as $6 right now. Here's why I'm worried about this challenge. For a Summer League moment, which will be, I imagine, essentially similar to the floor of the base set Series 2, say. Maybe not quite that far. But it kind of reminds me of the Cool Cats challenges sometimes, in that the dump afterwards is quite significant. So we'll find out one day from now how accurate that'll be. But I cannot see RJ Hampton and Killian Hayes staying at the prices they are. So I didn't do the challenge. Full disclosure, I'm out. I was not spending $294 to complete the Emmanuel Quickly challenge, who's a cool player. I really like him. 1,424 people have completed it, but not me. I wanted to do other stuff with my Dapper and play around like I've already mentioned. So this one I'll be watching and observing and seeing how it goes. Very cool to see fandom kick off this way, and I like it. I think there's more to come from this, but this just wasn't the challenge for me, so I didn't do it. But let me know in the comments if you did do it and maybe why. And to the best comment, I'll give a moment from the pack that was kindly gifted from Mex Top Shot. Thank you to him. Give him a shout out as well on Twitter or the comments, because that kindness can't go unnoticed. And you know, I like to pay it forward as well. So let's get some prizes going. If you got any value out of this video, please consider liking and or subscribing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day. See ya.